afternoon, and I'm excited to go to this year's Atlantic Coast Veterinary Conference. It's the 28th year, over 200 hours of continuing education for all of us within the veterinary profession, whether we be veterinarians, practice managers, technicians, front desk support staff, lots of areas for us to learn and grow as individuals and as a practice. It's October 9th through 12th. And I'm really excited because I'm talking to Nan Boss. She's a speaker, author. She owns her own practice, Best Friends Veterinary Center, and she's involved in so many things. And she's actually going to be doing a lot of the management and front desk stream at the conference. So welcome, Nan, and thanks so much for joining me today and talking to me a little bit about the conference.
You're welcome.
So exactly what sort of topics excite you about the management and the front desk that you're going to be talking about?
Well, I'll tell you about my favorite ones on each of those tracks. So the front desk staff, I'm spending a couple hours talking about brain training. So how our brains learn, how we process information, and how does that translate into staff training and managing your team and educating your clients as well. And then for the doctor side, I'm talking about breed-specific wellness, which is a thing I've been very interested in the last couple of years, which is incorporating everything we know happens with dogs because of their genetics into your wellness recommendations. So screening for glaucoma in a breed that has glaucoma, screening for heart disease, screening for genetic problems, and how to, again, translate that to the clients.
Wow. And, just listening to you talk about this, it's not only are you passionate about it, but I always look at this as little tiny business models that you're creating as far as revenue generation as well.
Right. I think that we always traditionally in veterinary medicine separate the medicine from the management, but you can't really have one without the other. And if you're going to implement a program or do something new, whether it's senior screening or breed-specific screening, or a better team training program as your practice grows and you have more team members on board. All this stuff is critical to how you then deliver care to your patients. If you don't do it right on the front end, it's not going to come out right for the clients.
See, that alone, that thinking to our viewing and listening audience, that alone is well worth its weight in gold for actually going to see her talk. She's going to be giving hours of lectures on this, so I think it's going to be wonderful. But Nan, if I could just ask you a couple questions. Number one, when we were trying to arrange this little video interview, one of your technicians had to come in, and I just wanted to know your view that we know that technicians are the unsung heroes of a veterinary hospital. I just want to know your views on that.
One of the things that I always talk about when I'm speaking about client education is how many times you have to repeat things. Again, once you know how the brain processes information, the average client has to hear about a product or service at least 5 times before they will purchase it. And if I have 2,000 clients and they each need to hear about dental care 5 times, that's 10,000 repetitions of just that one topic. I would go mad if I had to do all that myself. I'm counting on everybody in the hospital to be part of that effort so I can concentrate on what I'm good at and other people can finish up for me and actually get the consent of the client to do whatever it is that I'm recommending. Or I want to set up the program, here's what we're going to recommend, but my assistant is the one who's going to go in the room and explain that to the client and get their consent to do it. So I want to do what I'm good at and let them do what they're good at.
Absolutely. Very well said. And the final thought here is that clearly you run a successful business. And is there any advice that you give anyone out there who's thinking of ownership?
I had so much stuff saved up that I wanted to do when I owned my own practice and I could do it all on my own, that I exploded out of the gate, Oh, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. If you don't have that passion, I think it's drudgery. I think this is why a lot of practices are so poorly run, because it's not exciting. It's just something that you have to do in order to practice medicine the way you want to. And I think that's kind of it's a shame to spend 20 or 30 years of your career not really liking a great deal of what you do every day.
That's so well said, and may explain why a lot of the burnout that we see in our profession. So,
right.
Well, we're running out of time here, but you've given me a plethora of information in this little short time we've had, and I'm excited about actually meeting you in person at the conference, and I'm sure everyone's going to be excited about listening to these wonderful lectures. So thanks so much. That's Dr. Nan Boss of Best Friends Veterinary Center, and we'll see her down at the ACVC.
Thank you.